Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Brent.
I'm Zach.
We are two-fourths of the band Shinedown.
We are.
So we're going to play you a song that's all about finding your purpose and going after the life that you want and doing your best to make your dreams come true and staying authentic. This is called Searchlight. I'm a new soul, working my way down an old road. Asphalt churches all around. Roots break through this deep foundation. Can't find my place on solid ground. No one taught me how to let go. Been hanging by a thread on a tightrope, and you can't speak what you don't know, that's for sure. So don't wait up for me, I don't need your searchlight while you're fast asleep. I'm running free, yeah, it's alright. I know you had a plan, but that's not who I am. I don't know where I land, but I don't need your searchlight to see anymore. Raindrops fall and they feel like the open ocean. Spider webs shimmer in the dark. These movies play out in slow motion, and cobwebs linger in the heart. No one taught me how to let go. Been hanging by a thread on a tightrope, but you can still learn what you don't know, that's for sure. So don't wait up for me, I don't need your searchlight while you're fast asleep. I'm running free, yes, alright. I know you had a plan, but that's not who I am. I don't know where I'll land, but I don't need your searchlight to see anymore. I'm a new soul, making my way down an old road. Just looking for a place on solid ground. So don't wait up for me, I don't need your searchlight while you're fast asleep. I'm running free, yeah, it's alright. I know you had a plan, but that's not who I am. I don't know where I'll land, but I don't need your searchlight to see anymore.
The whole interview has to be done while drinking Shinedown hot sauce.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm out.
This interview, is it really hot? This interview is brought to you by Shinedown Hot Sauce.
The one to the far, you're far
The attention,
left.
this is
Yeah.
hot?
Yeah, that
No,
one's
it's
hot.
is it the
Yeah,
attention? Not the
that one's
habanero?
hot. Yeah, that one's hot.
That one's the hot.
Yeah.
Are you guys into hot sauce?
Our
Yes.
drummer is.
Oh,
He
so the
loves
drummer's
it.
like, let's go. We're going to hot sauce it up.
This was his baby.
So he spent about 8.5 months doing flavor profiles with a company called Torchbearer, which does hot sauces for like
Okay.
hot ones and stuff like that. And so, long and the short of it, though, the very first one that was released was the Symptom Sauce.
Okay.
And
It's the one in
that
the middle.
actually won its first time out in the New York City hot sauce
of the year.
convention.
Hot sauce of the
It
year?
won- well,
that
it
was
won-
a thing. We learned. It's a.
We know
it
that's the band of the year, but then hot sauce of the year.
It won
Yeah.
Best in Show for the Chipotle category. And it's very rare that like you get, no one gets like first
their first
Right.
year.
Right.
Like no one wins first. And actually all three of them are award winning.
That is fantastic. I
Right?
had no idea. This is so fun.
You got a spot for? Is there a trophy there for the?
Yeah.
There is a trophy.
Yeah,
We
really?
actually did win a trophy. Yeah.
Next to all the other trophies.
We're gonna put it next.
Does
to
it look like a chili pepper or something?
That'd be sick. I think Barry
can't
has it. I don't
remember.
really know what it looks like.
Yeah, me neither.
You know, as before we came in here, I was kind of joking and gonna ask if you guys got lost because you know we're a country radio station,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
No, but we know that there's
Ma'am.
Yeah.
there's been a lot going on in the country music community with your new song Searchlight. Even the Grand Ole Opry invited you out to play. And when I first heard this song, I didn't immediately think country, but in the country world right now, it seems like anything goes. It's like you have traditional country, new country, pop, rock.
It's like a subgenre between the genre.
There's a mix of everything. So just tell us about what it's been like kind of being invited into that space as of recently.
It's been amazing. I mean, we have so many friends in that world. And to me, like, most of the new country artists that come out now are kind of want to be in rock bands, it feels like. Like, they're
Like
the
Hardy
rock-
put out a rock album.
And
yeah.
First time I ever saw Hardy, and I've known Michael for a long time. Like, the first time I ever saw him, I was like, this is a rock band. This is a rock show. Morgan's kind of the same thing. This is a rock show. So it's like, to be in that space feels more natural now than maybe it would have 10 years ago. But now it feels normalized. Like, it doesn't feel like we swerved the bus over in some lane that we weren't supposed to be in. You know, it feels like something that's a natural fit now. And the song just kind of lent itself. We didn't go in and go, let's write a song and put a fiddle on it. It was like, when we write songs, the song is just
We were
what
told to.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
kinda came-
Because I want to know the story about the song.
I'm gonna let my man finish.
how-
Oh, the song just kind of came to us. It didn't take long to write, and when it came to, it was like it just lent itself to that kind of thing. It wasn't. We're never like, this is the only chart we haven't been on. Let's go to this chart. Because then the next one we'd have to make like an R&B record, you know. So it's
Right.
like, we've been on
Do you think you could
5
do that?
so far. We probably, listen.
We don't limit ourselves to anything.
We could probably do something.
You like a challenge. You like a challenge, don't you?
I think we're, and that's the one thing I respect so much about the country world. Is like, a good song is a good song is a good song, and like that's what all we care about. So, if the song, whatever the song lends itself to, is what we want it to be. We're never going to try to force something.
One of the dynamics too about like the way that we look at things is that we understand the world in regards to the music industry and how people consume music, and that streaming is everywhere. And I think that's a great thing where you can explore. But that's all fine and good, but where we come from, radio will give you a career. And so that's where the difference is. And the whole reason that we've been able to honestly be able to be authentic and honest is because radio has allowed us to do that. Our fan base has allowed us to do that. So again, like he was saying, we're not walking into these rooms when we make these records and say, let's write a song in this style or this style about this subject matter because we want to win an award or we want some kind of a trophy. You have to have something to say. And for Searchlight, when we were in there, the initial first run of the song, it was a different song. And then I sat with it for a few days, went back into the studio with everybody and said, let me re-sing this.
And did you get like pushback? We were like, oh no,
Nope.
it's done. Like
Nope,
we don't want
I
to do
didn't-
the work. Yeah.
I didn't get pushback.
We don't do that. We don't work that way.
I just heard it differently than what had been presented in the demo. And, me and Zach were born and raised in Tennessee. He's 901, I'm 865, so Memphis and Knoxville. We were raised on country music. We were raised on a lot of different music, but for the song, I just went in and said, let me do this and just hear me out. I sang it, and then Eric went back in and, kind of reworked some of the track. We added a banjo because it asked for a banjo. We added a steel guitar and a slide because it asked for that. And it had more of an endearing quality because I sang it with a bit more of a draw. And we have some people that listen to it that are in country music that are like, this is very country. And then we have some people who are like, I don't know if it's country. And that's fine. Because at the end of the day, we had to be honest with the song. We're a vessel for these songs. Like, we have to be very open and allow the universe to talk to us. But I think the song, and we were talking about this earlier, I just look at the band that we're in that Shinedown's everyone's band. So we're pretty broad musically.
And then when did the fiddle come in?
Fiddle
Tell
came
me
in
that-
after the Opry.
Okay,
After the
all
Opry.
right. So tell me about the Opry invitation, because that was them reaching out to you.
They
That
had
was
no
a
idea
true-
that there was even a song.
So they didn't know about.
They had no idea.
It was almost like the universe knew, though. You know,
100%.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. They didn't know that we had a song that we were getting ready to take to country. They just asked us to do it, which of course, like, again, two Tennessee boys, our bass players from South Carolina, drummers from Florida. All four of us grew up watching the Grand Ole Opry, Hee Haw, Dukes of Hazzard, in that order. Literally every Friday night at my grandmother's house, I watched the Grand Ole Opry, Hee Haw, Dukes of Hazzard. Sometimes stay up for Dallas,
Yeah.
if I was feeling frisky, and or my parents fell asleep.
Who shot JR?
Yeah, but so
Poor JR.
it was, to get an invite to the Opry is, it doesn't matter what genre of music you're in. I'm sure there's other bands like rock bands that would be like, nah, whatever. Like for us though, that is that's the mecca of everything. So it was amazing. And then the second we announced it, I mean, within 30 minutes, I got a text from Carrie Underwood. It says, I'm not going to say what she said, but she said the expletive Opry, and with a bunch of exclamation points. And I was like, yeah, you're introducing us, right? As a joke. And then like the day before, I hadn't talked to her since. And the day before, she goes, hey, I'm still introducing you, right? I wrote all this stuff down. I was like, absolutely, you're doing it. So it was just to have her, because we've known her for so long. It was a very full circle moment for a bunch of kids from the South to be able to play the Grand Ole Opry and have someone as illustrious and amazing and, one of my favorite singers as Carrie Underwood.
So
And
how
And it makes so much sense, by the way, Carrie Underwood, because she loves rock.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
she is country
she's
as
the
well.
best.
Yeah.
She's the best.
How does your relationship with Carrie start? Where did that?
Yeah. How are you texting Carrie Underwood? Like that's normal.
Me and her, I think, bonded originally over our love of Halloween movies.
Okay. Yes, I know she loves scary movies.
She loves scary movies, and I have a bunch of like original like Halloween masks. My name is Michael Myers. My real name is Michael Myers.
Really?
I'm actually in the last Halloween movie as well.
Are you lying? No, for real?
No, I'm really in it. I
That's-
play an undercover cop in the diner scene. Yeah.
In the diner scene.
Yeah.
That's like next level
my birthday.
horror movie.
It's my birthday in the movie. Yeah. Yeah, they made me shave my
crazy.
face so I don't look the same. But yeah, it was and so we kind of bonded over that, and then obviously I went out to one of her shows, met her and Mike, and Mike's such a cool guy too. And then so when every time we come to Nashville, she'll come out. If she comes around, we'll go to her shows as well. And again, one of the best performers you'll ever see live. I mean, she's so amazing, and like the reason like. I get jealous sometimes with the country artists. So we call it country touring, where they do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Carrie is a kind of a rock artist in that way. When she'll tell you, she's like, when I go on tour, I go on tour. She does not do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like she leaves and is gone for 3 months. Like that, she does what we do.
Yeah.
So it's really cool, and I think that just kind of came about naturally.
I started playing Halloween once. She didn't even take Halloween off. She was like, we're
Yeah.
doing it on Halloween. I was like,
No,
all right.
she's the best, and one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We have so much to learn about Shinedown because we just know you of having the most number ones out of any rock band, but didn't realize you're doing movies and you grew up on country music.
You have hot sauce.
And you have
Yeah.
hot sauce.
I know.
We literally just try to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dip our toe in everything.
Yeah.
I like that.
Can we go back and actually get a story behind one of your biggest songs, which is Second Chance?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that whole record, which is crazy to think this, but we just found this out, I guess it was like earlier this week or over the
week, yeah.
Yeah, last week. Not the song Sound of Madness, the album just hit 1 billion streams, which is
Holy-
crazy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It seems like a fake number, but
Does it seem real? Like when you're like a
None of
billion?
none of this seems real.
It doesn't.
That's all feels like Monopoly.
I was asking earlier. I don't mean to interrupt.
No,
I just
no,
want to ask one. Do you believe in fate? Because I was asking you earlier.
We're here with you all.
Yeah, but like
So
you
absolutely.
talk. You're like, well, I believe in gut feelings, and I'm like, okay, well, that also could lead you to fate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We believe faith and fate. I think we're
Okay.
strong believers in.
No, but like Second Chance came from, I mean, in all honesty, it really was about the fact that, I'm from Knoxville. I have a past. We don't have to necessarily get into that, but I was not an easy kid to raise. And my parents, even with all those hurdles and those obstacles, I was still and still am their son. And so there were a lot of people that were just like, why do you even bother? This kid is out of his mind and, this and that. And he wants to do these, he thinks he's going to do, be a performer and he can write songs and all this stuff. And, I was defiant. And anybody that, would talk to them about that, they were like, he's on a journey. You know what I mean? It was more like he just hasn't found his purpose, like his true purpose yet. But they always had my back, So when it was time, because I got signed to Atlantic Records with a different group, and then that went for a 9-month demo phase, and then I was dropped by Atlantic, and then I was re-signed to a development deal, and then I found this guy.
All right, and the rest is history.
And well, I found my 3. I found the 3 brothers that I had waited my whole life for.
Yeah.
With Zach and Barry and Eric. But to the song, when I made the decision to take the development deal, because all I knew is that, and that was because of Steve Robertson, who was the A&R, who was A&R'd every record. It led me to Florida because the band is based, the estate is 2001 in Jacksonville, Florida. But right before I took off, like I was leaving to go do this again, you got to think my parents are like, he gets signed, he got dropped, now he got signed again. Like, what is happening? Like,
well, even just doing
they're
music,
like, what is going on?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a normal job for
Right.
parents to be like, oh yeah, of course you'll do this, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like feasible.
Right.
So me and my mom had a thing growing up where on Sundays we would have McDonald's breakfast. So we had hot cakes, sausage, the whole thing. It was like our thing. And we hadn't done it in years, or I hadn't, so I woke up 2 Sundays, or did I leave on a Sunday? No, I left on a Monday. So I'm in the house and I'm still asleep, what have you. But it was Sunday, and I could smell it in the house. Like, you know what I mean? You know that smell.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna speed this up. So
No, I like the story.
I went upstairs and my mom had it laid out and everything, still in the styrofoam, like old school. And she was like, "Will you have breakfast with me?" I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." And I sat down and we were just talking about life and stuff like that. And she knows I'm getting ready to leave, And she just looked at me and said, "Hey, I can't really tell you that I understand exactly what this is that you're after and what you're going for. But what I do know is if you stay here, you're going to die here. And I don't want that for you." And why that matters is because, again, I have a past. And she's like, whatever you're chasing, because people would tell my parents, like, what is he running from? My mom and my dad were like, he's not running from anything. He's running towards something. He's got to find it. And, when we were in the writing sessions, I have to be careful, I'll get emotional.
They really believed in you. They really believed in you.
Yeah, like really, it was super, it's heavy now when I think about it. Because they're one of the reasons, like, I'm here. So, just having that blessing from my parents. And so when we were in the writing sessions for, what would become The Sound of Madness, that's what I thought about, because, and it's my mom and my dad's favorite song. Because people...
Understandably.
Yeah.
But get it. Yeah.
But call them by name.
Yeah. Oh.
But that dynamic and what's being said in that song is like that sometimes goodbye is a second chance. Doesn't mean goodbye forever. It means like don't second guess yourself. Even if you fail, it's fine. Just go after it. You know what I mean? Because we always talk about like you got to fail. Like you need to fail many, many times. Like your failures aren't gonna. That's not your legacy. Your legacy is that you refuse to give up. So. The tell my mother, tell my father, I've done all that whole dynamic was that moment at the kitchen table where they didn't have to do it and maybe they didn't realize what they were doing. But I needed them to say, it's okay. Go get it.
All from some McDonald's hotcakes.
Hell
like
yeah,
the
man.
pancakes, totally.
It's where the best things start.
Yeah. I feel like that's...
when everyone was saying that he's chasing something, but he doesn't know what it is, or we don't know what it is, did you always feel like you knew exactly what you were chasing?
I think me and him are cut from the same cloth with that. Like, I don't have a memory or a conscious thought of not wanting to be a performer from the moment I entered the earth.
I've never had a job other than this.
That's incredible. So
Started
it's
when
good.
I started playing guitar when I was 13. I started touring when I was 14.
Like,
Yeah.
did you ever think that, or did people probably told you, you might need a backup? Do you need a backup plan? That-
Well, people told us, but him and I never. That's our
You're
joke.
like,
we never had. There's no plan B.
Yeah, we encourage people not to have a
Luckily,
plan B.
yeah.
but do you think that that's what drives you to be even better?
Without
Because
a
you're like,
doubt.
Yeah.
this is all we have.
Yeah, because
Without
I
a
think if
doubt.
you don't make a plan B,
Well, it's not all you have. It's it's all you make it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
like
you know,
that.
my thing is I'm doing right now and making a living at what I would be doing even if I was homeless. I would be in an alley somewhere playing guitar or on Beale Street or in Nashville, so I get to do what I was going to be doing anyway. I just get to take care of my family doing it. And,
It's so much
and
better
have
on
the
a big
best
stage
fans
with a
in
big
the world.
crowd
Oh
than an
yeah.
alley, I bet.
Yeah, we've gotten to play Little Caesars Arena twice in 3 months now. It was
That's
great.
fantastic.
And that's a country song right there. That's a Luke Combs song.
Yeah.
I'd still be doing this if
Yeah.
I wasn't doing this.
Yeah, and Luke's amazing too.
Yeah.
I love Luke.
And I couldn't help but notice when you were telling that story, your tattoo on your hand as well that says your pain is a gift.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about when you got that tattoo?
Yeah, I got it in Texas. It's actually the last time I put ink on my body. I still need to get the birds from Sound of Madness, which I haven't done yet, which I have to do.
That is not the last time you put ink on your body. Your stomach was after.
Was it
that.
my stomach?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess it
Stomach
was.
after
I love it when you got the friend
where's
that
the
told you.
camera? Where's the camera? Wherever it is. Hey, do me a favor. Don't do drugs.
that. Don't.
Don't do it.
Leads you down bad
I'm
decisions.
telling you right now. Don't do it.
It's so
no,
funny.
this was. I guess you're right. It was the one on my
was it.
stomach.
Still got to get the birds though.
I
When
do have
Sound
to
of
get the
Madness went
birds.
platinum 15 years ago, we all said we were going to get the
Procrastinating.
birds.
I got to put them right here.
I have the birds on my arm right here. He's got to get the birds. Everyone else in the band has the birds from Sound of
I'm
Madness.
sure we can find
you
a good
just
tattoo artist here in
procrastinating?
Sure
Detroit.
we can.
I'm-
We have a lot of them. We have them out on tour all the time.
I'm
He just is
totally
like,
procrastinating.
I don't think he's just procrastinating.
It's a lot of effort. I feel like
He's
to
just
get
going to show
tattoos.
up. I know him. He's just going to show up one day and it's going to be done. He won't. He's not going to make a thing about it because every time a tattoo artist comes, I've gotten a bunch of lyrics. On this last tour, I got a Turnpike Troubadours lyric and then a Counting Crows lyric on here. And I was like, hey, I got a great tattoo artist. I was like, nah, I'm going to do it today.
When people look at it, though, they'll be like, what do you mean my pain is a gift? Because it says your pain is a gift. I'm like, no, it's me.
Yeah.
It just means what doesn't destroy you, will make you stronger, or what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But the reality of it is I need that as a memory, not a memory, but to remind myself, you got to use those moments that are painful as fuel.
You need them birds too, is what you need.
Yeah, I need them birds too. Yeah, and then the one on my stomach reminds me to don't do drugs, ever.
I need to go back and Google it and see what it looks like. I have a question though. So if you guys
It looks hideous.
if you have one country song, does this mean maybe you would entertain a country leaning album?
We'll have to see. Again, it's that universe
who
thing.
yeah.
It's that universe thing.
But before we knew about what was going on here, my immediate thought was Jelly Roll must have something to do with this. I just thought maybe there was because he collabs with everybody.
Yeah.
He's
Love
got a
that dude.
million collabs, and his story of pain and comeback and everything.
Listen,
it's
the
a lot of-
world made the right guy famous.
Yes.
We've known Jelly. I've known Jelly for a very, very, very long time, and obviously he did his last supporting tour with us in 2022 when he toured with us all year, and we knew that was the last time he was going to be supporting anyone.
You're like, there he
At
goes.
that point, we even talked about doing it again in 2023, and I was like, buddy, you're not. The days of you opening for someone are over. And again, the world made the right guy famous. The media has missed a lot in making the wrong people famous.
Yeah.
They did not with that guy.
Yeah.
They made a guy who the guy you see is the guy you get, and he's genuine. When he gives you a hug, he doesn't not want to do it. He's not just doing it for pleasantries.
Right.
He's just that guy, and he's always been that guy.
And talk about somebody that's running towards something. People
Literally running now.
Now he is running.
Literally
yes.
running.
down 215 pounds.
He just celebrated
looks incredible.
A birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is even when we met him, there was just a lot of people that scratched their head at it, and the way that we saw it was he was so engaging and real, just just a real person. And people talk about like, well, that was like an overnight thing. And it's like, no, man, this guy has been, his entire life has been leading up to this moment or these moments. And that's why he's so like locked in on everything. Cause he's, he has trained for this. And he's an amazing influence on a lot of people all over the world. You know what Jelly Roll is? He's necessary. That's what he is.
Yeah, and it made sense. I'm assuming.
We might have to start calling him Spring Roll.
Yeah.
Because he's losing a lot of weight.
100%.
Definitely.
Well,
I'm definitely only calling him that. From
We will definitely welcome you in with open arms, and if universe or God or whatever it is pushes you more towards country,
It's okay.
We are here.
Thank you very
we're here for
much.
it.
We love it.
We're honored to be here and even to have the opportunity. And
everyone in the format's been super nice to us.
Without question. And listen, music is powerful. We've watched it save lives, and at the end of the day, I think it's what brings us all together. Like it literally is the most universal language, on this planet that we're on right now. So embracing all kinds of music and all types of cultures, that just to get the opportunity is, really all we've ever asked for is just we'll knock and hopefully we'll be let in.
You're here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We're doing it. All right. Shinedown, thank you so much.
Thank you
for being here
so
with
much,
us.
both of you.
We appreciate you.